Hey there, it's BoardGameDave. You may have seen my Endless Winter preview video in which I went over the base game and provided a quick gameplay overview before reviewing the art, components, gameplay, etc. In that video, I mentioned that there is a lot of expansion content being released along with the game, and if you went all in with the Chief Pledge like I did, it can be a little overwhelming to see just how much you're getting with this game. Today, I'll be explaining what each expansion and module adds to the base game so you know what you're getting with your Kickstarter pledge, or so you can decide whether or not you want to order the expansions with your copy of Endless Winter. Let's do it. The first expansion we should look at is the biggest, the Ancestors expansion. This expansion includes 75 tribe cards and 60 animal cards to replace the base game cards, 10 additional culture cards, and 5 new chiefs. Each of these additions is modular, meaning you could just play with the new culture cards, just the new chiefs, or even just 2 of the 7 new animal types, for example. Let's take a look at the new tribe cards first. Whereas the original tribe cards simply gave you an extra labor when you took the corresponding action, these new cards don't give you an extra labor, but instead let you use the labor they provide to gain benefits. Think tools, camps, etc. These tribe cards additionally reward you with 1 point if you play them during the Eclipse phase. The new animal cards also change the way they interact with the Eclipse phase. While sets of the same unflipped animals in the base game provided endgame points, sets of the new animal cards provide bonuses, food, tools, or points during each Eclipse phase. Their tipping bonuses are also slightly stronger and more varied than in the base game. The new culture cards are extremely powerful, but they allow all other players to either take a smaller version of that benefit or spend points to copy the same bonus. Similarly, the new chiefs provide stronger immediate benefits, but now they require a cost to activate. The Rivers and Rafts expansion primarily changes the terrain board where players place and move their camps and villages. During setup, the terrain board is completely transformed, and the map will now have a river flowing through the middle, along with up to 2 landmark spaces. Each player receives a raft in their color, which will start at the headwaters and will move downriver toward the delta over the course of the game. The raft acts as a permanent camp toward village requirements and influence on river tiles. A new terrain bonus, fishing, has been added to the game, and fish tiles will provide all sorts of benefits. A new type of animal, the sea cow, can also be added, which lets a player fish twice when it is tipped. The 5 new landmarks simply provide new scoring opportunities for the player with the most influence on that tile. Finally, this expansion comes with a totally modular tribe card type, the Warrior, which allows you to move an opponent's camp along with your own. The Cave Paintings expansion adds a whole new action column to the board, which allows you to start filling in dots and lines on your personal cave painting board. Completely surrounding an area will either immediately give you the bonus depicted inside that area, or unlock an Eclipse phase benefit for the rest of the game. This expansion also includes a new tribe card type, the Painter, 5 new culture cards, a new animal type which provides cave painting benefits when tipped, and new terrain and megalith tiles, as well as a sacred stone, which all correspond to the cave painting actions. You'll also score endgame points based on how much of your cave painting you've completed, so you don't want to ignore that new element of the game. Finally, there are smaller modules which can be freely added to the game with any combination of expansions and or other modules. The base game comes with Glacier tokens, which are placed on the Glacier terrain tiles face down and are revealed as players move their camps onto or through that tile. If a player later builds a village adjacent to that Glacier token, they immediately receive the bonus printed on the front of the token. The base game also includes rest tokens, which simply give a bonus to the first player who rests in each round. The Canine Familiars module adds 12 new canine companions of 4 different types, from which you can choose 1 to take instead of a card from your deck when you take the rest action. Each one can provide additional labor and a tool at a specific action column, or a bonus point if you play the card during the Eclipse phase. The Ceremonial Grounds module introduces 5 ceremony cards, one of which you can choose to claim at the end of your Eclipse phase turn. This can immediately score you a whole lot of points, but it also gets placed on top of your burial pile, meaning that you can't bury any more cards for the rest of the game. The Aurora Borealis module introduces cards which take 1 specific action you might do on your turn, moving camps, burying a card, tipping an animal card, discarding a culture card, and either make it much more powerful or totally transform it. Each player only gets 1 Aurora Borealis card, and it lasts for the duration of the turn in which it was played. The Mammoth module simply adds a mammoth figure, which can be moved along the intersections of the terrain board using 2 camp movements. The mammoth asserts influence equal to the current round, so up to 4 influence, on each adjacent tile, making it harder to claim those bonuses. If you manage to have equal or greater influence on a tile adjacent to the Mammoth, however, you gain double the bonus printed on the terrain tile. Finally, there are just a few promotional animal cards, namely the Yeti, Bigfoot, and the Squirrel and Nut, which either provide a special ability during your Eclipse phase or provide endgame points. Besides game components and expansions, the campaign offers 2 additional add-ons: an Endless Winter digital soundtrack, which comes with the Shaman and Chief levels, and the Big Box upgrade, which fits all current and future expansions. And that should be everything you need to know if you're going all in on the Endless Winter Kickstarter campaign. If you watched my other video, you know that late pledges on Kickstarter for English copies of the game have been extended through the end of November, so get your bundle now before it's too late. Otherwise, you can pre-order the game through your favorite brick and mortar or online retailer. Thank you so much for letting me be your guide through the wonderful world of Endless Winter today. In the comments, let me know which expansion or module you're most excited about. For me, it's probably the Cave Paintings expansion, although it's really hard to pick just one. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. And for more board game content, you can also follow me on Instagram using the link down below. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, take care, and happy gaming. Bye. You may have seen the endless... Oh my. So